My gorgeous wife is an agent. Chapter 1. I just happened to glance at you. Stop calling me. I'm on a date here. What date? What are you on about? You rascal. I'm going to get married. This way. You won't be able to force me into marrying those women anymore. How dare you go against me? You little sh*t. I've always listened to you. But then you tried to have me marry that 300-pound narcissistic woman. That was the time I decided to take my marriage into my own hands. I found you a new one. Didn't I? She's got a pretty face, fair skin, and slender legs. I'm sure you'll like her. PFFT. This is the first time you've told me such lies. So I'm not falling for it. I'm getting married in 2 days. And I'll mail you a copy of my marriage certificate. But this girl is really amazing. Her name is... Christopher Lawson hung up on the phone before his mentor could finish. He then removed the SIM card from the phone and threw it into the trash. I'm eternally grateful for you raising me since I was a kid. But I want to decide who to marry myself. I mean, I'm a freaking talented genius with students from all over the world. I can't believe I let you force me into attending blind dates here at Matchmaking Park. Dear God. I've been coming here for 2 days now. So please give me a decent woman for once. Christopher exclaimed with a sigh as he stared helplessly at his phone. Meanwhile, a fair and young woman was talking on the phone on the other side of Matchmaking Park. Mom, can you please stop pressuring me into getting married? What are you talking about? Helena, you are 26 years old and still single. For goodness sake. Other girls of your age already have children of their own. Yes, I'll admit that the guys I've introduced to you before were terrible. But this one is definitely amazing. I'm sure you'll like him. But they're mostly either obese and arrogant or skinny and weak. I'm a top agent in the Special Forces. Mom, I didn't just get my 1-star general rank for nothing. You know. I know you have very high standards. Helena. That's why I found you the best fiancé out there. His name is... That's enough. Mom, I'm going to get married today. And I'll mail you the marriage certificate tomorrow. Also, don't bother looking for me at my place because I'll be moving in with my husband today. I'm on a mission here. So I'll be hanging up now. Helena York then hung up the phone and threw her SIM card into the trash as well. I've made no progress with that case despite being in Tehaven for 2 months now. To make matters worse, Mom keeps forcing me to go on blind dates with all sorts of guys. Well, whatever. I'll just look for that guy I set my sights on 2 days ago and get married to him. That way, Mom will have nothing further to say. Besides, I've already prepared my personal details. And my mission requires me to have a husband anyway. With that in mind, Helena glanced at the huge crowd before her. Having calmed himself down, Christopher too began scanning the crowd in front of him. That was when their gazes met, and Helena chuckled as she had found the guy she was looking for. Yup, that's the one. I've been secretly observing him for the past 2 days. And he seems pretty alright. He's polite and looks decent too. She then walked up to Christopher and said politely, Hi, my name is Helena York. I've been observing you throughout the past 2 days. And I think you are a decent guy. Today, I've finally mustered the courage to approach you. Christopher was a little shocked when he saw her up close. Helena was a very beautiful young woman. Although she was wearing plain-looking clothes, he could still clearly see her graceful and curvaceous figure. Her long and smooth black hair fell over her shoulders, and she had a pair of beautiful ocean blue eyes. On top of all that, she had a tiny nose and a small mouth which was complemented by her fair skin. Despite her stunning beauty, Helena didn't really stand out in the crowd as she had deliberately dressed up in a low-key manner. Hello, my name is Christopher Lawson. I'm both surprised and honored to hear that you've been observing me for the past 2 days. I am curious, though, what made you notice me? Oh, I just happened to glance at you while scanning the crowd. That's all. The two of them smiled at each other. And Helena continued. Now that we're here on this blind date, let's just be direct and straightforward with each other. Christopher stared at her and asked, to what extent? Since we're both interested in each other, how about we go through each other's personal details and just get married if we like what we see? Helena questioned with her lips pursed. Christopher's heart raced as he found himself mesmerized by her captivating gaze and facial expressions. A few seconds in and she already has me on cloud 9. Damn, this woman is no simple one. Someone this fine shouldn't have any issues finding a boyfriend. So why would she be going on a blind date here? There must be something wrong with her. Noticing no response from him, Helena added, I know what you are thinking. You think I'm some kind of indecent woman, don't you? Christopher waved his hands and said awkwardly, no, not at all. It's a great honor to have been chosen by a beauty like you. Helena let out a sigh as she retrieved a folder from her handbag. These are my personal details. Go ahead and have a look. I've attached photocopies of my papers as well as my medical examination results for this year. All of these should prove that I'm a decent and healthy woman. Feel free to look it up online if you don't believe me. Christopher's eyes went wide in disbelief as he stared at Helena. You are. Like I said, we should be direct and straightforward with each other now that we're on a matchmaking session, Helena said with a chuckle. Christopher nodded and began flipping through her documents. So, you are a fourth-year exchange student at Tehaven University. Huh? On top of that, you are also an entrepreneur and own a small company. Wow, that's really impressive. Helena had taken a few years off her age stated on the documents. Playing with the hair next to her ear, she said with a wry smile, I come from a poor family, so I had to work harder than everyone else. Now that you've seen my personal details, will you show me yours? Her little giggle was like an arrow of love that struck Christopher through the heart, and he struggled to convince himself that he wasn't dreaming. My goodness, this woman is my ideal type. Helena then read through his personal information in detail. Everything about you seems normal, except this part about your career. It says here that you are incredibly talented in all sorts of stuff, including music, sports, writing, business management, metaphysics, medicine, chess, and calligraphy. Are you sure you are not over-exaggerating a little here? Also, it says here that you have students from all over the world. What do you do for a living? You are not the head of some crime organization, are you? Welcome to download Joyread app to read more chapters of My Gorgeous Wife is an Agent novel online.